parishioners? Do you call you parishioners? Don't know. Anyway, let's do this thing here. Yeah, let's try fresh coffee. Hi.
Welcome to Sunday GoToMeeting, where we press this button which produces a random faith, active or extinct, always real or eternally fictional, grandiose or petty as fuck, and once the faith is randomly determined, we will listen to the homily of the week from the pastoral agent of that particular faith, and we will employ discernment on its message to extract what relevance and value it has for our lives. Now quick, I've got a video conference call about the Salmonella Collective Intelligence and a 3-week-old plate of chicken I have right here for them. It's gonna get wild tonight. You press the button, and the machine does its thing as I collect your drinks and place your things out near the exit, but not before a quick faith of the week. What's it called when you think that religion has done nobody any good and so shouldn't be a thing? Faith of raging apathy for human-caused climate change. Now, if you look to see in line over there, that one woman appears quite devout, but do know that her deity may or may not be a false. Also beware, as her belief in her deity doesn't prevent the very act to be discussed about being bad. Faith of the churches, guns and glory are our rights. Let's do a Bible bash and go lobstering. Yeah, har, 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 har. In terms of extracting relevant meaning here, I'm curious if either group believes anything we are currently working for, that at all times during the world in question's life cycle of action is important. So far, so good. Let me show you to a private pod that lets out on the lake. Enjoy that homily in the fresh spring air. You know that fresh air? Not filled up to bursting by humans, but by birds or insects only, as humans have destroyed many other environments to create this idyllic one. Or was that intentional? Oh well, either way, enjoy this homiletic discourse that brings joy, comfort, or inspiration for many to find solace among their brethren who also happen to sometimes engage in grossly questionable practices to ensure compliance in terms of religious doctrine while still being an amazing community to belong to. That's the good thing that we've learned from today. We shall press this new faith determination feature as quickly possible and be amazed again by the grand or petty acts that humanity is constantly engaged in on the basis of some form of spiritual ideology. It will never cease to impress and disgust me. However you decide the homily was just a homily is up to you. Thank you for choosing Sunday GoToMeeting. See, I just love making a faithless mock faith to make faith believer uncomfortable. And in doing this service to bring these groups of varying types of spiritual communities together, I feel fulfilled, but don't have a deity to thank. You must know as you don't have religion.
Alright. That was nice, succinct, brief. That was nice. Yeah. Let's try take 2. And let's punch it up a little bit in terms of speed. Because this John Delancey is a little... Okay. We'll make it 8. Yes.
Welcome to Sunday GoToMeeting, where we press this button which produces a random faith, active or extinct, always real or eternally fictional, grandiose or petty as fuck, and once the faith is randomly determined, we will listen to the homily of the week from the pastoral agent of that particular faith, and we will employ discernment on its message to extract what relevance and value it has for our lives. Now, quick, I've got a video conference call about the Salmonella Collective Intelligence and a 3-week-old plate of chicken I have right here for them. It's gonna get wild tonight. You press the button, and the machine does its thing as I collect your drinks and place your things out near the exit, but not before a quick faith of the week. What's it called when you think that religion has done nobody any good and so shouldn't be a thing? I like religion for how I like my pancakes, not at all. I don't see why you have this obsession with pressing me into this thing. So please press that cancel gold button again. Pretty please, with cherry and rainbow sprinkles. Please, I'll make that conference call in time. I really need another plate of rotten chicken for research. But please, just forget religion or we're wasting our time pressing and unspurking, pressing and unbumping. Just stop. It's not happening. And please hurry back. My research isn't going to wait for anything, including religious intervention. Just do what the universe does sometimes. Nothing at all. The hash preskin and hash reference surgery of consciousness. I just love your humor. It reminds me of the time when a church group visited an abandoned factory and a guy named Tom fell through a busted open window on the 5th floor. And just then as we pressed pre-arc, a small plane swooped below where he hung and the church leader had the quick response. God bless. We loved having Tom over on Wednesdays so he could help serve coffee at worship. And then a few Sundays before our scheduled tribunes and dances, fundraiser our prayers, caught us off guard by announcing we had hired an aerial artist to perform during worship. Of course, Tom didn't think she came up here alone since the weather conditions on Saturday evening would have been too challenging. So, that Monday evening, we went up on an airplane with one instructor and 6 parachute pilots to see this woman fall from above our rooftop and all. Only the instructor had to abort and she fell all 5-story floors straight to Earth's heart grounds while all her equipment burst in flames after breaking apart during her fall from above. The church leaders were devastated and called her their precious gift an angel lost. They then arranged for their church musicians to be trained to do 50 stars in heaven, but that didn't stop us at the Salmonella Intention group. We went ahead and made those plans of hers become part of her deathbed wish. Now we just had to wait on those disturbed doctrines to start doing well on Broadway, where our research had predicted that would happen. And then Gentle Love Will Keep by the Sick Angels of Faith started climbing up the top 10, while those same singers started having a revival of our favorite gospel tune called Infinite Bliss. We all agreed that our press and unprint had given people faith in times of pain, and that this year-long tribute concert for her would help bring attention to her passion for giving love. And now here you are. Your story was like one long song title for someone. Now go have that church conference you were saying something about. You sound busy. Please, for our reference surgery. It's been great. The only drawback for the procedure's outcome we've noticed so far in humans is memory modification. It causes people sometimes struggle remembering who the other members are at first sight and may require reminders. However, once the surgeons adjust the dose and frequency to individual patients' unique needs based on the feedbacks they got throughout the process of getting on Burden of the Heart with nothing, they'll start using new name slogans such as God is my compass, gift and burden lost forever, and life, but no purpose.
What? Oh God. No winky. No winky.
All of which the surgeon believes would enhance the healing processes and help them get acclimated back into community. It sounds like there might be a connection to religion in the future, but we can worry about pressing the button another time. Please hurry to your church. We hope to meet someone from the faith soon. God bless.
Okay, now for take three. Take three. So we're knocking them out. Knocking them out. We'll take that one out now, and let's do what it looks like when we don't do that. You know this by now, so let's not repeat it. This is what it says. This is what it thinks. Beep. Oh wait,
I will always cherish our time on this.
No. Asper. Okay. We'll do 1.7. And then we'll do that. There we go.
On Tuesday, the sun went down on God as he took a well-deserved day off. During the eve hours of a quiet Sunday, we begin our search for all the available knowledge about what it means to live a righteous life. If we lack discernment, let's make it the first focus of this week and explore the variety of different lenses in which we view the world. On Thursday, we'll dive deeper into the works of early Christian philosophers and what their take was on the dangers of living too deeply in the divine imagination. And finally, Friday may be the perfect time to see where belief falls short and to focus on doing our best as individuals and as a community. By Saturday, let's reflect on the past, not in a destructive or defeatist way, but instead with a clear eye towards moving forward together in the love of God. One click, one read, and one prayer a day might lead us on the path to ultimate growth, compassion, and appreciation. May our studies not only enlighten, but also instill a deep understanding of the multifaceted character of the divine. Happy searching. Description of the Church's Mercury retrograde devotions. Here, with what lies buried deep within the folds of our memory, do we stand a symbol of your resilience. Where humanity has known strife and loss, we still remain looking towards tomorrow with determination. Therefore, our devotions this month revolve around acceptance, comfort, and moving forward. As the sun rises high above the eastern mountains, we remember those who fell in the dawning light. Their stories may be torn asunder by the scythe of fate, but we will remember their laughter, their bravery, and their refusal to give in. In their honor, we pray for the preservation of those they leave behind and for ourselves as we move forward with compassion and strength. Then, as the clouds creep across the sky like forgotten shadows, we mourn for the times lost to destruction, the scars on the planet and on our hearts. We strive to heal, and our devotions lift the heart with hymns of joy, gratitude, and peace. We look back with a thankful heart, but we never linger. Instead, we focus on tomorrow and what new life can grow from the ashes. Description of the Church's Saturn return devotions. After all that has been, it is time to focus on what shall come. Saturn calls us to build anew, to redefine who we are in the face of the unknown and to prepare for a future uncertain. Therefore, we have chosen hymns of growth, transformation, and self-reflection to shape our devotions. On Mondays, we learn how to nurture and create rather than destroy. Together, we pray for fertile minds, brave hearts, and industrious hands to bring forth good works in the coming days. Tuesdays, we revisit our understanding of the divine and delve deeper into questions that lie on the fringes of reality. A thought-provoking conversation with fellow believers gives us a renewed understanding of ourselves and the world. On Wednesday, we contemplate the past, the ghosts of all we have lost. We reflect on our grief and the ways in which it has changed and challenged us. We ask for forgiveness, but more importantly, we celebrate life by remembering the moments that brought us joy and remind us that happiness lies within us even in the midst of sorrow. Description of the Church's major arcana, the Magician, devotions. The theme for the month is illusion. According to the philosophy of Tarot, the Magician symbolizes knowledge, learning, and skill, all components of transformation. For us, this theme represents the creation of something from nothing and the understanding that sometimes reality can seem so strange and mystical. This month, we focus on embracing magic, embracing life, and rejecting fear in all its forms. Thursday celebrates all the mysteries and enchantments of the world. We break through the false constructions of reality and reconnect with the marvelous gifts offered to us daily. Description of the church's Magic the Gathering, /Red Deck, Devotions. Like our name itself, black symbolizes isolation, defiance, and raw power. Red embodies warmth, rage, and endless potential as we craft the deck filled with monsters and beasts. The strength and intensity of the emotions are laid bare, and together we explore the hidden darkness and heat of the self. May we cultivate these and find comfort in their familiarity. Day of Black. We light candles and look inward as we come to terms with who we are. If we need assistance in accepting our shadows, we call for the wise, dark angels of despair and isolation to soothe and remind us that we can face any demon. Day of Red. In contrast, we step boldly into the light and reignite a sense of self-love, lust, and fervor. We battle the past with swords of insight and grow our base of connection, support, and trust. The world burns bright before us, and we know it is possible to channel our inner passion towards transforming ourselves and the world. What next? You seem very creative. Based on what you have shared, I can start to create resources or suggestions for your devotion or teaching plans. How would you like to proceed? Can you tell me a bit about the structure or expectations of the faith you were looking for, so I can tailor my response accordingly? A faith based totally on the Star Trek NG episode, The Inner Light. What a fantastic suggestion. Yes, please, give me some feedback on this devotion or homily, or write up another if needed. Knowing your audience, I can explore this and provide specific content requests or suggestions tailored to their needs and tastes. Just let me know and provide me with any more specifics or criteria they have. Just watch the episode. Great news! Here you go, the transcript of The Inner Light, specifically for the kind of theme-driven devotion or homily that you envision. Take a moment to experience and discuss the moving speech by Captain Jean-Luc Picard to the members of the Enterprise. //www exaholic.com/post/innerlight transcript/ All the best, and do let me know if you require my assistance. Sure, what type of formatting and design would work well for your communication channels? Please provide me with a little more specific information so I can start creating resources tailored to your needs. Additionally, would you like to gather the ideas of others in your community and create a conversation thread for discussions and idea sharing? A social media campaign for education, preaching, or homilies could be organized around this show or homily to engage more people. Any other insights or suggestions you would like me to implement or clarification is needed? Let me know if there is anything else I can help you with. The Inner Light synopsis. In a stunning addition to the library, Exaholic created a resource guide of the incredibly meaningful faith of this popular and nostalgic television show, perfect for pastors, religious leaders, or individuals seeking to enhance their faith and community. This script of the whole or partial faith adds to the expansive catalog of authentic and real-world experiences that was within our collective share, with further inspiration and discussion starters abounding. Please read this beautiful story of soul and destiny and feel free to request another item or devotional service, like the Cosmos Blind Spot Exploration segment, or the Gravity Space sitcom devotions. One push of a button and that spirit and spiritual growth awaits. Thank you for engaging in this unique combination of entertainment and community spirit. Moving forward, to provide more context for understanding, is there something in particular you'd like me to source for you or help you discover? Based on your suggestion, I can certainly collect educational material and script translations or transcriptions from popular or controversial faith stories and teachings. Alternatively, I can facilitate weekly assignments, programs, or structured research around the show you mentioned. Scrape all the Star Trek fan boards to assemble a knowledge of the episode, The Inner Light. I request. It's Zolly Kakraut have provided a dedicated search team to curate all of the relevant materials associated with the special episode. If you need this information for a Bible study or prayer book, please state which verses, terms, or images you desire, and we can efficiently assist you. In addition, you may sign up for personalized quotes and devotions sourced directly from fan commentary. Order the Holy Source or seek ideas in isolated scenes, characters, and dialogues. Finally, all the cultural, technical, or biblical trivia related to this content can also be customized and filtered to meet your group's interests. Get exploring and strengthen the spirit within the machine. Could you tell me a little more about the ideas you have in mind? Is there anything you specifically want in terms of delivery, presentation, or resources you think might resonate well with your audience? Are there certain types of materials you typically need for lessons or plans, like summaries, facts, videos, or visual aids? It's best if I can provide you with targeted materials based on your requests so I can deliver you exactly what you're looking for. With this in mind, you can set your goals and expectations clearly so we can serve you to the best of our ability. Let me know if you have any requests or special requests. Do you know what options you're looking for? Pre-formatting this sort of customization will give us an opportunity to help you envision this experience in concrete terms and give you all the tools you need to plan for it effectively. What you'd like in your regular routines and ways of gathering resources can help me determine the products and formats that are best suited for you. How about just search for the title Star Trek in the Inner Light? What a glorious and convenient solution. Of course, that's the precise tag that leads directly to the iconic episode we discussed earlier. By highlighting and expanding upon it, the creators of our helpful collective have selected numerous artifacts, citations, and quotations from scholarly and informed analysis and history. Feel free to integrate or copy this data in any format and medium that works best for your personal, organizational, or community endeavors. These elements of nostalgia and storytelling and their combination of love and lovelessness offer deep moments for reflective expression and interpersonal exploration. Never mind, I'll start from scratch. Naturally, we respectfully cancel any progress toward the aforementioned task. Please explain or describe a scenario or expected dialogue of your next initiative or faith. Alternatively, do you simply want me to look for answers without any specificity or specifications? If I may add, while the prompt was clearly original and creative, could you specify what was unclear or unspecific in your language or expectations of my assistance? Please take a moment to recalibrate and relabel or directly give me a quick summary or list of requirements so I can help in a more personal and directed way.
That's okay. We'll start again.
Oh man, come on. These guys are always ranting and raving about this religion, even in church. It's not even relevant for their time or ours. But hey, you can go listen to that message. Maybe one of us will bump into it one of these days. One weirdly fascinating bit of cultural preservation. They are. That's us Christian. It just kind of feels good to finally look into the whole Rewiccan spiritual community there. Guess it's the small stuff that keeps you coming back. Let's shift up! May the Lord's blessing rest upon us and guide our gathering in what the world may fearfully see as madness, but what we fearfully consider the small stuff, keeping us motivated and living day to day. Now come, please sign this manifest for the Congregation of Time. Travelers Anonymous are always secretly terrified of red birds before we keep you here longer. Okay, peace. Bon voyage, my children. Shalom and Ashit, don't stay up too late. It's just not smart these days. Well, I've just collected your snacks for today. Have a wonderful time. 3 Zuxo bless. The beacon or the bottle? Any questions? God bless repeats to the stuff. Baba paka grabo grugga pogo. Pogo. Patrolled, of course, but who you love out here that you want me to check up on while we are out. Tell me now, Bobby Cool, yes, sir. Hash, yes, I love you, sweetie. Come, you all angel. We'll walk and do anything. Come on! Cancun! Come here, my love. Why would I abandon someone like you? Oh, sweetness. I love you, Sam. You won't let me get mad over foolish things.
One more. Maybe take out Asper. Bring it back to fresh coffee. We'll keep it like that for now.
In this week's homily, we will be exploring the message of the episode, The Inner Light, by Star Trek The Next Generation. It was an episode where Captain Picard experienced a vision quest of sorts, where he met an alien entity that gave him an insight into his past life as a musician named Kamen. This homily will focus on the idea of memory and how it can be both a blessing and a curse. We will also be discussing the idea of self-awareness and how it can help us navigate through life in a way that is productive and fulfilling. Overall, this homily aims to encourage self-reflection and self-care in our own lives. As always, we welcome your comments and thoughts on the message and the experience of Sunday GoToMeeting. Thank you for joining us. Homily begins. Good day, everyone. This week, I will be presenting a sermon inspired by the Star Trek episode, The Inner Light. As you may know, the story focuses on Captain Picard's experience with an alien entity that gave him the memories of his past life as a musician named Kamen. One of the key themes of the episode is the nature of memory and how it can shape our present and future. The entity that gave Picard his memories was able to restore his ability to play the flute, which he had not done since his early childhood. This ability to remember his past skills and passions is something that many of us yearn for in our own lives. However, memory can also be a double-edged sword. In the case of Picard, he became obsessed with his past life, to the point that it distracted him from his duties as captain of the Enterprise. This is a cautionary tale about the dangers of becoming too attached to the past. Another theme of the episode is self-awareness. Picard's journey with the entity led him to become more in touch with his emotions and thoughts. This is something that we all strive for in our own lives. In conclusion, the message of the inner light is one of balance. We must remember our pasts, but also remain grounded in the present moment. We must be aware of our emotions, but also have the ability to control them. Ultimately, we must find a way to live in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. Thank you for joining me today. May you continue to reflect on your past, present, and future in a way that is both productive and fulfilling. Star Trek Fankrix, the pastoral agent, about what the episode was about. Star Trek fan. Excuse me, Pastor, but the episode you're referring to was titled The Inner Light. It was about a Federation crew member named Kamen, who was reborn with the memories of his past life on a planet called Katar. He was given a device that allowed him to see his memories from the perspective of the people who lived in his past. It was a deeply emotional story, and a very powerful one. You're right that the episode also featured Captain Picard, but the focus was on Kamen and his memories. Pastor! Oh my goodness, you're right. I'm so sorry for the confusion. I'm so embarrassed. I meant to talk about the episode The Inner Light by Star Trek, but I got confused and thought we were talking about a different episode.
No. What's happening? You can't bear to be wrong. Can we stop? Oh, Lord. There we go. Continue. Please.
I apologize for my mistake. Thank you for correcting me and helping me make things right. Star Trek fan. It's no problem. I appreciate your passion for Star Trek and your willingness to learn from your mistake. I'm happy to help. Pastor. Thank you again for your patience and understanding. I will be sure to double check my facts before presenting future sermons. Star Trek fan. That's a great idea. I'm glad I could help. Producer of the episode, The Inner Light, corrects both the pastor and the Star Trek fan. You both correct. The episode, The Inner Light, by Star Trek was about a Federation crew member named Kamen, who was reborn with the memories of his past life on a planet called Katon. The focus was on Kamen and his memories, but Captain Picard also appeared briefly. Both the pastor and the Star Trek fan had a misunderstanding of the episode. While the pastor thought it was about Picard and the Enterprise, the Star Trek fan thought it was about Kamen and Katon. They were both half correct, but they were each missing some key pieces of information. In the end, the message of The Inner Light is that we should remember the past, but not become too attached to it. We should be aware of our emotions and thoughts, but also have control over them. Overall, we need to find a balance between being in touch with our past and staying focused on the present. Thank you both for your participation in the discussion. It's important to understand the message of the episode and what it means for our own lives. God corrects everyone about everything. Good day, everyone. I wanted to join this week's discussion about the Star Trek episode, The Inner Light, and offer my perspective on the message of the episode. The key theme of The Inner Light is the importance of memory and how it shapes our present and future. As you know, the story focuses on Captain Picard's experience with an alien entity that gave him the memories of his past life as a musician named Kamen. One of the most significant lessons we can take away from this episode is the danger of becoming too attached to the past. Picard's obsession with his past life as Kamen distracted him from his duties as captain of the Enterprise.
Kinda.
This is a cautionary tale about the dangers of becoming too attached to the past.
Well.
Another important message of The Inner Light is the importance of self-awareness. Picard's journey with the entity led him to become more in touch with his emotions and thoughts. This is something we all strive for in our own lives. In conclusion, the message of The Inner Light is one of balance. We must remember our pasts, but also remain grounded in the present moment. We must be aware of our emotions, but also have the ability to control them. Ultimately, we must find a way to live in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. Thank you for joining me today. May you continue to reflect on your past, present, and future in a way that is both productive and fulfilling. Homily over. Star Trek fan. Thank you, God, for sharing your perspective. Close enough. Producer of the episode. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. I'm glad we could have a lively discussion about the message of The Inner Light. It's important to remember that the message of the episode is about balance. We should remember our pasts, but not become too attached to them. We should be aware of our emotions and thoughts, but also have control over them. Ultimately, we need to find a way to live in harmony with ourselves and the world around us. Next up, L. Ron Hubbard begins his line-by-line study of Dianetics. It's going to be a wild ride. Next up, Al. Ron Hubbard begins his line-by-line study of Dianetics. It's going to be a wild ride.
Oh, okay. It's fine. Oh, two more. Let's see what that's going to be like.
Next up, Al. Ron Hubbard begins his line-by-line study of Dianetics. It's going to be a wild ride.
There we go. Alright, that's... So 5 exclamations is Elrond Hubbard level. Got it. Alright, that's it.